Imagine waking up, checking your bank account, and finding nothing in it. Now you're on the push to go from $0 to $10,000 a month as quickly as possible. Here is what I would do. After helping dozens of people achieve their financial goals, I know exactly what it takes to go from $0 to $10,000 a month quickly. At the age of 26, I purchased my first business and then sold it a few years later, and then started, scaled, and then merged another company. And that company sold at 7 figures. I have been able to build online businesses since then, and even build a very nice rental portfolio. So multiple streams of income has been really my mission, so I don't have to rely on one single source. So I've spent the last few weeks really thinking and writing down what I would do if I had to start all over again. And this is what I came up with: selling your services to others. The way I actually like to think of this is providing value to people who have money. Now, this is the strategy of trading your time for money, but we're going to get to $10,000 here, and this is a fantastic way to do it. This strategy is actually one of the lowest risks. You see, so you already have the skills that it takes to get there. Now we just need to implement those skills to start making you money. First, I would focus on finding a high demand skill that I can offer as a service. This could be anything from graphic design to social media marketing, or even consulting on a specific niche. The key is to find something that you enjoy doing and that people are willing to pay for. You have skills right now that people are willing to pay for. Now it's time to leverage those skills. Next, I would develop a strong online presence. If you're working in the digital realm, like graphic design or social media marketing, it would be wise to start a website. I would use services like Wix or Squarespace, a platform that's relatively simple just to put up a nice business card and you could list a portfolio on, so people could go visit and see what kind of work you do. I would be careful here and not go overboard. Right now it's important to get a minimum viable product up. Don't go too elaborate with the website. Get something up that will show that you're professional and that you have skills to provide others, and that you could direct people to go to your website and get more information on. Next, join relevant online groups like Facebook groups that you could provide a ton of value to. What you don't want to do is go in there selling your services and trying to be all spammy. That will probably get you kicked out. But what you can do is that when a community member asks a question, is to answer with a ton of value. Oftentimes when I'm in these types of Facebook groups, only a few people respond. They don't get a lot of traction. So it's easy to stand out and become the expert in the field, and you're going to get noticed. Use the search function in these particular groups to find frequently asked questions that people are asking in them. What you're going to do is compile a list in a spreadsheet and figure out what are the most commonly asked questions. This is the point where you're figuring out if people are actually in demand of the skill that you have. This is the product market fit. Once you've compiled that list and you figure out, yes, you know what, I actually have skills that people are frequently asking, then it's time to actually create something for your website that you've built. And that something is a freemium. This is a top of the funnel. Somebody goes to the website and enters then their email, and they're going to get something in return. And typically that return, that freemium, has to be at least $20 or more for somebody to give up their email address. But this would be like the top 3 things or top 3 mistakes that people make when creating X, or the top 10 things that you can do better to get new sales leads, whatever the case may be, but something that's free that will get their email, their email in return here. It's really good to let your imagination run wild when you're on this search to figure out what people are struggling with. You see, this is your opportunity to figure out if my skills align with the actual market fit, and then to figure out how I can add any value. Once you've discovered what you want to provide as a service and that will add value to other people, now it's time to figure out what that service and value is worth to others. My general rule is not to go check what the competitors charge for what services you're provided, but to figure out what value you're creating for the person in exchange for your skills. So for instance, if you're solving a $5,000 problem or a struggle that they have, what is that value worth to them and what are they willing to pay for it? Remember that you're only worth what you think you're worth. So if you think you're only worth $100, then that's exactly what you're worth. But if you sell yourself with confidence that you could solve these problems with great skill and value, then you're going to be worth substantially more. The key here is to repeat this process over and over again. You're touching people with your skills that you're providing. You're giving them value in the communities that you are, and then you're gaining their email addresses to actually stay front of mind. So when they're ready to make that purchase or they're ready to solve that problem that they have, you are the first one that they think of. If you're finding this video as valuable as finding $20 in your old jeans, hit like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Let's spread the wealth.